of test-playing cricketing nation is testament to the indomitable spirit of the people of Afghanistan to not let the forces of death and destruction prevail. Excellency, in conclusion, let me reiterate that India will continue to stand shoulder to shoulder with the people of Afghanistan in realizing their dreams. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. May I now request the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Afghanistan to deliver his statement.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. The Honorable Minister of External Affairs, Madam Sushma Swaraj, ladies and gentlemen, respected journalists and members of media, good afternoon. At the outset, please allow me to extend our gratitude to you and to your colleagues, Madam Minister, for hosting the second meeting of Afghanistan-India Strategic Partnership Council. I must thank the government and people of India for the sincere cooperation and generous assistance to Afghanistan in various areas over the past 16 or 17 years. Given the historical and cultural commonalities that tie Afghanistan and India together in a solid friendship and strategic partnership, the government and the people of Afghanistan always look for opportunities to promote and expand cooperation with India. We strongly believe that such goodwill is reciprocated by the government and people of India towards Afghanistan. The current regional trends brings Afghanistan and India closer more than ever to protect and achieve our socio-economic, political, security and trade interests together. Both countries suffer from terrorism and violent extremism that threaten us and the region's stability. The terrorist groups like Lashkar-e-Taiba and Jaish-e-Mohammed, which have been launching attacks against India and indiscriminately killing civilians of this country, are engaged in similar terrorist activities along with Taliban, Al-Qaeda and Daesh in Afghanistan. Together, they are daily killing our innocent people and destroying public infrastructure. I must be clear that Afghanistan's friendship with India or any other country does not mean hostility with others in our neighborhood. Such rationale has never had any roots in our foreign policy. Unlike others, Afghanistan has hardly sought our security in the insecurity of others. We are a landlocked country, and our peace and prosperity rely on those of our neighbors, near and extended. That is why we reject zero-sum approaches that undermine our collective security today and in the years to come. Security, peace, and stability in the region have been a top priority to Afghanistan. We have rather been working tirelessly to promote regional trust and confidence through various regional organizations and processes, including SARC, SCO, and the Heart of Asia Istanbul process. Considering Afghanistan-India mutual interests, we have been very supportive of one another at the regional and global levels. For instance, Afghanistan strongly and openly supports India's bid for permanent membership of the United Nations Security Council, membership in the International Court of Justice, and in others. Similarly, India played a significant role in the process of Afghanistan's accession to SARC, and we believe that it will do the same in our bid for SCO membership. Ladies and gentlemen, in today's second meeting of the Strategic Partnership Council meeting, we discussed a range of bilateral, regional, and global issues. We also reviewed the outcomes of our joint working groups under the Strategic Partnership Council on political and security consultations, trade and economic cooperation, capacity development and education, social and cultural, as well as civil society and people-to-people contacts. Both sides emphasized on the continuation and further expansion of cooperation in these areas. We agreed to strengthen security cooperation between the two countries. India has further agreed to provide assistance for Afghan National Defense Forces. India offered support for the Afghan-owned and Afghan-led peace process, which aims at ending the years of imposed war and violence in Afghanistan. As our security forces fight terrorists from the region and beyond, they deserve regional and global recognition for their ultimate sacrifices. In this connection, we thank India for our continued security cooperation. Afghanistan remains the frontline state in the fight against terrorism, and the enabling environment for terrorism is directly linked to the continued support they receive from outside of Afghanistan. In today's discussions with our Indian counterparts, we concluded that we need India's further support and involvement in building connectivity infrastructure in Afghanistan that bolsters region-wide connectivity. We particularly emphasized the importance of accelerating the implementation of the Chabahar port, as well as expanding the newly established Afghanistan-India air corridor. Both sides reiterated the importance of people-to-people contacts, including cultural, education, scientific, and technological exchanges between our two countries. In this light, we discussed the easing of our visa regimes so that bilateral tourism and business interactions further increase. Finally, it was agreed that India, as part of its new development partnership with Afghanistan, will implement 116 high-impact projects in the areas of health, agriculture, education, irrigation, disaster management, and capacity development of public servants in 31 provinces of Afghanistan. We immensely appreciate this timely aid package, as it will go a long way in helping strengthen our human security environment, protecting our youth against potential recruitment by terrorists. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish to end by inviting India's dynamic media to visit Afghanistan and see for yourselves. As you know, there are occasional visits by Indian press to our country, and there aren't any full-time media outlets from India that cover the continued achievements of Afghanistan and India under our strategic partnership. And once again, I thank you, Madam Foreign Minister.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, members of the media. This concludes the event.
तो भारत और अफगानिस्तान के बीच